Welcome, my people. This is GameXPresents. This is Ekis.
And this is Stuff.
This is Victorino.
And today we're bringing you episode 8, I believe.
It is number 8.
Big 8.
We can still count it. We're good.
All right,
We got
so
two more.
All right, 8 it is.
Two more. That's it.
So, how's everybody's weeks this week?
Oh, mine was crazy, man. There was just a lot going on at work.
Oh yeah, you had a nice birthday.
Oh, yeah, I did have a nice birthday. Thank you.
Well, that's good.
I got to celebrate twice. Once at my sister's house on Monday, and then over at my brother's house on Wednesday. So that was fun.
Yeah, it's always good to celebrate birthdays, I guess. Yeah, and well, I guess my week, even though this is gonna probably be a week delayed when we put it up, but it was pretty good. We had a couple, events going on. We had. I don't want to talk about it, but it was pretty good. That's that. I'll leave it
Some
at that.
events, and I'm not gonna tell you which they were, but they were there.
Yeah, they happened and they were fun, I guess, for a little bit until somebody wanted to leave early. But that's neither here or there.
Damn you, Victorino.
I wasn't pointing or nowhere. Okay,
I just figured.
but yeah. So what's new? Anything new with tech? If we go.
Anything new in the gaming world other than
The Xbox.
I guess Microsoft is now saying that they are planning on maybe bringing back the whole family plan thing that they had planned originally. What's happening with Microsoft?
I know they're like so indecisive. Like they can't. They seem to like do things out of like just reaction. Like they react to things without like okay, let's sit down and let's talk about this. What's the best? Because if they keep switching back and forth, then how are you gonna trust them and believe them that they won't do something once you already buy it?
And don't get me wrong, I've been saying for a while that I feel that they could have done the family thing with their digital service anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm all up for it if that's what they're planning to do.
I mean,
It just seems weird that they keep like throwing it out there that we don't know what we're doing.
and when they did have it like originally on board, they never explained exactly what it
No,
was.
yeah, that was one of the biggest complaints is the fact that supposedly this was going to be a feature. And nobody really knows the specifics of the features. Although I guess somebody did finally ask them, like, what do they consider a family? And they were like, okay, can my friend be part of that family group? And they were like, yeah, any 10 people could be part of that family group.
So they basically mean like your video game family, but like yeah, like they just never explained it, and I think that's the biggest problem that they had. Like it, the system that they had originally could have been this great, new way of playing video games, but if you never explain yourself, like they automatically think like, oh, people are just gonna take it and they'll learn later
Yeah,
on, but they never
was-
explained it.
That was their biggest issue. They were extremely forceful.
Yeah.
With the way they presented the whole information, which I think triggered a lot of the backlash from a lot of people. I still think that give people both worlds. You certainly have the ability. You have a digital store where you can control everything, and then you have physical CDs that you can sell where people can have more freedom. To me, that just makes sense. Like I said in a previous podcast, if you have an idea, sell it to me, but don't force it on me.
Yeah. And yeah, it's just one of those biggest things that a lot of people don't seem to really like. It's just hard to like get behind something that you don't understand. And I guess they just didn't do a good job with that.
But you know who's hoping that you'll get behind things that you don't understand?
Yeah, who?
AT&T and
Oh.
Verizon.
I mean, this this is just a story that's extremely like it's not it's funny because it's sad. I don't know like do you know the right word to explain this? Like it's funny because it's just stupid. I don't know
Funny
how.
because it's
Yeah,
fucked
it's
up.
just
That's
bad
Yes,
idea.
man. Like what's up with this thing going on? Like
all right. Let me try to explain. I'm currently actually working on a video for this, and the fact that there's so much to explain is what's keeping me behind a little bit because I'm like, oh, I got to make all these graphics and But first, we need to understand that when we buy a cell phone and we go and we pay $200 for the cell phone, and then we do a 2 year contract, that cell phone did not cost $200. Between those 2 years that you're paying for your service, you're paying the rest of what the cell phone costs. So, normally a cell phone goes for around $600. So if you pay $200 up front, in those 2 years, you're paying the other 400.
yeah.
Um, so, T-Mobile has been trying to change how they do business. They've been trying to change certain business practices. And last year they came up with their new, it was last year or earlier this year, they came up with their new way of doing things where basically they are no longer charging you for the phone in their service fee, but then you kind of have to pay full price for the phone or do a contract. It's not a real contract, but it kind of is a contract because you're paying, like, they allow you to just pay like $90 or $100 now and then pay for the phone within 2 years, which is basically a 2 year contract. The good thing is that after those 2 years, when you're done paying for the phone is yours and your bill goes down because you're no longer paying for the phone, you're just paying for the service. So last week, T-Mobile came out with a new service called Jump, where basically they are combining their what do you call it, insurance service with a new service that they're doing, where they want to allow you to upgrade phones up to every 6 months. So the way they're doing that is on your regular bill, you pay an extra $10 a month, and every 6 months they'll allow you to upgrade your phone. So basically, the way this works is, let's say you go and you want the Galaxy S3 today, and you pay whatever $100, and then you start making your regular monthly payments for the phone. Then 6 months later, you want the Galaxy S4, but you still owe money on the Galaxy S3. So what you can do is you can give them the Galaxy S3, and then go ahead and when you give them the Galaxy S3, they consider the phone as fully paid. Although really you paid for like a lot of it,
Yeah.
and you just give it back. So, but then they'll allow you to like get a Galaxy S4 and not just continue paying it. You would still have to pay like the $100 for the Galaxy S4 and then continue paying that. With T-Mobile, it kind of almost makes sense. It's still kind of dumb because you end up like losing money if you do all this through Craigslist or eBay or whatever. You actually make more money,
Yeah.
or save a lot of money, but it almost works out the same. However, now you have Verizon and AT&T wanting to do something similar. So now Verizon, for example, they came out with a service where you can pay, like let's say you want the Galaxy S3 today. You can just, without having to pay anything down other than the first month, you can start paying like, let's say $30 a month for that phone. And then 6 months from now, if you want, you can go ahead and upgrade your phone. However, you have to pay at least half of the phone in order to give it back. So that means that you can give it back to Verizon, but you still have to pay another 6 months of it first. It's a mess. The bottom line is that with the new Verizon and AT&T way, you're really paying for the phone twice because they're both charging you extra a month on top of your regular bill in order to be able to upgrade earlier, but they are not lowering your bill. So really, you're paying for the phone with the extra that you're paying, but you're also paying for the phone because the subsidy price is still on the price that you're paying for your normal service. So it makes absolutely no sense because you're paying for the phone twice. And still, even though you're paying for the phone twice, if you want to upgrade in a year, you still have to give it back to them or pay the full price of the phone.
Who are they trying to get with this? Like,
I mean, they're trying to get people who upgrade very often.
yeah, but I would think, or do they think that they're like that desperate? Like, I guess it's not just somebody who just likes to do it, but like it's that desperate because like I'm pretty sure somebody else could just be like, I'll just sell it on Craigslist. I'll take the time to do that, and I can probably not end up paying this as much as how this
Yeah,
plan works.
the sad thing is with trying to when T-Mobile made the big change, I tried to explain to a lot of people that what was so special about what T-Mobile did, and it's extremely difficult to get people to understand that phone that they buy is not a $200 phone. It's very difficult to get them to understand that they're actually paying for that phone in their service. So now, who is Verizon trying to get? Verizon is trying to get the people who are gonna look at this and be like, oh wait, I can just pay $30 extra a month and I don't even have to give you $200 now. That's the kind of people that they're gonna attract, and they're gonna think that they're getting a great deal. They're gonna be like, oh, I don't have to pay $200 now. I just pay this much extra a month, and I get to upgrade every 6 months. This is great. No, it's not.
Yeah. But I guess I can't wait till you do that video so you can draw a picture for us. Because I know because it is like sometimes I read it or you have explained it to me and I'm kind of like yeah, I know it's a messed up deal, but I know it's messed up, but man, it's confusing.
It is all very confusing, and it's sad that it is this way. That's why I keep telling people if you want to stop complicating your life, go prepaid. I mean, really, this is the real reason why we have some these things going on. Most of the world is prepaid. Throughout all over the world, you have people who are used to paying full price for the phone and then just paying for the service, and that's what you can get with prepaid now. Services like Simple Talk, not Straight Talk, Simple Mobile, T-Mobile, they are all amazing prepaid services where all you have to do is go buy a phone, pay full price for the phone. Yes, it costs more because you have to pay full price. It doesn't cost more. It looks like it costs more, but really in the end, it's been proven that you can easily save up to like $1,000 every 2 years just going prepaid.
I mean, yeah, because a lot of people, I guess, they're just scared of that upfront cost of the phone, and they're like, "Oh, I can't pay $600 upfront for a phone." But yeah, they don't realize that the monthly bill won't be as much as it's gonna be if you get a contract.
Even if you look at T-Mobile, you can get a basic prepaid service with them for $50 a month. Owning your phone, If you look at Verizon, the cheapest personal line that you can get is $100 a month. So, you can do the math right there. Like, it won't take that many months before you already paid more with Verizon than had you paid the phone up front.
That's a $50 a month you're saving.
Correct.
So within 4 months, that's already $200. And now multiply that times the 12 months.
Correct.
That's whatever it is. What
We
is it,
suck at
600?
math.
600, I think.
We need paper.
Well, yeah,
Paper, you have a
you have a calculator.
you have an iPad in front of you and a phone.
No, but that's I believe it's 600. That's my guess. But
Estimates.
yeah, it's amazing that they're trying to do this, and people are gonna go with it. Some people, anyways.
Yeah, a lot of people probably will.
Like I can kind of like we talked about. Like,
By the way, I was just doing the math. A normal 2-year contract is obviously 24 months. So if you're saving $50 a month, that's $1,200
every year, 2 years.
In the 2-year period.
So yeah, I just had to multiply it by 2. So, but yeah, like kind of like how I can get around that because I just have like a family plan, and my parents, they don't care what phone they have. I just give them
Correct.
my old phone, and I get their upgrade, and there I can upgrade every year at least.
Yeah, that won't take her.
So
Correct.
that's what you gotta do.
Even for people like your parents, I feel bad for them because no, I mean not them specifically, but I'm saying a lot of people are like that where they don't need a new phone. They're happy with the phone they have.
Yeah,
But
they might get this thing.
no, what I'm saying is companies like Verizon, AT&T, Sprint even, they're still charging them the subsidized fee on their bill
After the fact that
after their 2-year contract. So even when they don't get a new phone, they're still paying for a new phone.
yeah.
And I think that it is just ridiculous. It just doesn't make any sense to me now. Now that I've studied it more, I'm like, why? So like right now, my we have an upgrade in our family plan that's available. Sadly, there isn't a phone right now that I really want, but at the same time, I'm like, I feel so used or whatever because I'm like I'm paying for this phone. I just don't have it.
Yeah.
So
You just get one.
Yeah,
just get I'm actually trying to hold on because have you seen that Moto X?
Yeah, supposedly it's coming out on August 1st.
Correct.
for Verizon.
So, but I wonder, like, is there you think there's gonna be? I haven't read too much into it, but is there gonna be because it's supposed to be customizable or something like that?
Yeah, I've heard
How
that it's gonna be
exactly is that?
customizable. I'm not
Customized.
sure. I'm honestly not sure.
Do they mean that just the backplate can be changed different colors?
Either that or you can order it different ways.
I'm pretty sure there's gonna be like a specific stock way.
What I do like about it is it's and I guess for some people this is probably a bad thing, but it's got like an always on listening type thing
Yeah.
They're nice.
where
They
because
listen.
I'm a huge fan of Google Now, but I hate having to go to Google Now to activate Google Now. So I'm like, okay, if I can just wake up my phone by just saying, "Hey Google," and just ask whatever, it's a quick step. But I'm like that would be kind of cool. To
Yeah.
just be able to talk to the phone, like assume that the phone is listening to me.
I mean, if in a perfect world,
Yeah, in a perfect.
That would be real cool, but
in reality, they're listening anyways.
yeah, it's like, I mean, like if yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, you just can't trust it. But yeah, unless you're saying like words like bomb or
Yeah, who
something.
knows?
Terror.
Like
President, no.
that burger at President's Day parade was the bomb. Like, and he just picks up those words and he's like, okay, he's identified as a threat. But yeah, it's kind of like the X Bone, with the always listening.
That's bone.
That's speaking of which, the X Bone,
They reveal more plans.
no, not talking about the X Bone, but about Microsoft.
Oh, Microsoft.
Microsoft.
I hear they're doing good.
Yeah, they're just as good as Detroit.
It's funny because it's sad.
Sorry, Detroit, Vinny. Yeah, so how about that Microsoft with I knew this RT was, if they're gonna release like a full version of it, why in RT? Like, that's kind of like a pointless operating system, in my opinion.
I mean, they are, to be fair, the RT was supposed to be like a regular tablet, where an iPad is obviously not a Mac OS.
Yeah.
And I actually kind of like RT. It just has absolutely no support.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons also. So I don't know. I think that if there was a lot more support, definitely RT tablets would be worth it. But because they tend to be pretty responsive. I like their little icon thing, the little life tiles. I think it's cute. But I don't know. To me, the whole thing was that from the beginning, and now Microsoft decided to lower the price to, I think it's like $350 or
Still overpriced.
And that's for for how many gigabytes?
I think that's the 16 gig. I'm not sure.
The 16
They're the
gig.
low end.
The 16 gig, yeah, and yeah, because like I know for like,
But even if it's the 32,
but the RT is not the one that takes like half your hard drive for the operating. That's the full version takes like 30 gigabytes, right?
yeah, I heard something like that, but I don't know. What I know is that it's kind of sad, because when I first saw the whole RT, I was very excited because physically it looks like a nice tablet to me. It looks like a very nice construction. It looks nice, and that little keyboard, it was pretty cool looking. So it was kind of sad to see something that nice run something so crappy.
Mm-hmm.
And again, not crappy, because I definitely think Windows RT would have done a lot better had it had the developer support that it needs. But it doesn't have it, and without that, I don't think any operating system is ever going to make it. I mean, you can see that BlackBerry is still not doing all that great either. Because I do believe they lower the price on their C10 or something.
Yeah, but like I think BlackBerry, it was just it's over for them, because they took so long to like try to like move
Yeah,
along.
they really did take forever with BlackBerry 10, to the point where even Microsoft became more relevant than they were. And yeah, I think that's like a very important reminder to any large company out there, because I remember a few years ago, BlackBerry, everybody wanted their BlackBerry.
Yeah, everybody's like BlackBerry.
People were like, "Oh, I can't
Crackberry.
live without my BlackBerry." Yeah, they call it Crackberry. They can't live without my BlackBerry. And now it's like, huh? Who? Oh yeah, that company.
It's just funny how like a company can be like so hot one year, and then the next year they just like
Drop
almost
nowhere.
near vanish.
I'm still waiting for it to happen with Apple, but
Apple still got their
Look at
fanboys.
Microsoft. Like, they were once a powerful, nobody could fuck with them, but now they're like slowly like,
well,
because even with the phones and everything, like it was like
Microsoft is still saying "fuck you" to people, but
Don't believe her shit.
no, but it's true. I mean,
they'll be around for quite some time still, but
Like 10
Oh.
years.
They just announced that they're really not worried yet because they really have like 70 something billion dollars in the bank. So, cash money that they can still bank on. So they're going to be okay for a while. I definitely think that a company like Microsoft, you could take a year or two off and just focus on fixing things, getting the next big thing, and then coming back even more powerful.
Yeah, they need to really sit down and think about what we're giving Microsoft advice. Like sit down and think about what you're gonna do, and make sure when you do create a product, you have like things like, okay, this is how we're gonna explain it. This is how it's gonna be done. Have a plan. Usually businesses have a plan.
I don't remember all the specifics, where I just remember that there was something where I guess Microsoft pays people, or I believe it's a new service from them where they'll pay people if they find certain bugs on their like OS and stuff. And I guess the first one to get paid was a developer from Google that found some flaws on their system.
That's funny.
It's almost like a slap to the face, like, hey guys, don't want to tell you how to do your job, but
Hire that guy. Just Microsoft should just hire like Google rejects. Like TNA.
who are still much better than most of the people
At Microsoft. But yeah, I guess I got some news that might please my fellow podcaster Vic. He's a huge Ace Combat fan, and there's a new one coming out, and it's gonna be a PlayStation 3 exclusive.
PlayStation 3?
Yeah. Usually it was the previous game was for both systems, and then the 6 was for the Xbox.
360.
So, and I have to point this out because Ace Combat is one of our highest viewed videos on our GameX. So maybe there's some Ace Combat fans that are listening to us. So, hang in there. You're getting a new game, and it's for the PlayStation 3, which a lot of people they want.
Yeah,
They don't want it on the Xbox.
It's nice to see that they will still be focusing on making PS3 games, and I guess that they're gonna continue making those for probably a couple of years still.
Like 2 years.
Yeah, because like the PlayStation 2 games kept going on
Yeah.
for like quite some time, like 2 years
I
more.
think the last PS2 game was a WWE.
I think the last PlayStation 2 game was a wrestling game.
Although I think that once you announce a new system, every game for the next 2 years should be
Like
made
on
for both.
Yeah, I mean, but not every because
Obviously it's not realistic, but it would be kind of cool.
I mean, like I can imagine that, like in the PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 era, like that. But now it's like because you have like different gimmicks and stuff like that. I don't know. It can be done, but they don't want to do that.
And I will make an Ace Combat playthrough for 0, 4, and 5.
Yeah, he likes his Ace Combat.
Yep. And
That's the only game he's good at.
Yep. Well, I had to find
This is as excited as he gets right now.
He's like, man, Ace Combat. I really love that game. That's the best game in the world.
You sound like
Woohoo! No, but yeah, it's a good game. I like playing it.
I
but
like
it's
the
just,
story is
it's
interesting.
too. I like it, but I suck at it. So I let Victor do
the
that.
story is good. They got good music.
But
I don't know, when I think Ace Combat, I just think like, isn't that the one with airplanes?
yeah.
And there's a story to it.
Yeah.
All right.
It ain't no Star Fox, which I hear there's gonna be a new Star Fox game, and they said that if it doesn't do good, that they won't make no more.
Well, if you want it to do good, make it
Make
like
a good one. Make a good Star Fox game. None of that.
Make it like the SNES Star Fox, and make it like the N64 Star Fox.
It's just a straight rail shooter. Like, don't give me, because I know the one that came out for the GameCube, it looked good. Like, it looked nice, but then it gave you like this little mission where you get off the plane and you have to do like a like
Yeah, I don't
like
want
a
to get off
shooter.
the plane. I
Like
don't
it was like a little shooter. Like I don't care. I want to fly a
was the
fucking
most-
plane.
I want to fly the little plane around. I want to do barrel wheels,
Barrel roll.
barrel rolls. That's all I want.
They need to do an open world, like an open space. I mean, because the Lilat system ain't that big.
Hey, they had Dinosaur Planet.
So, but like, let me fly in space wherever I have to go. Like, I can make it like I can like either like fast travel there or like fly through certain missions.
All I can say is Star Fox, Dinosaur Planet, and Assault really sucked.
But Assault had good graphics, like for that time.
It was Sword. It was like only like
yeah, but like
10 hours
if they would have
long.
made it just the plane flying the plane and shooting with those graphics, I would have been happy
Yeah,
with
but I
it.
hated when we had to get out.
Yeah,
like, go
that
in
was
the base,
that was
blow
stupid.
stuff.
Yeah, blow stuff up, and
I'll
I
probably
got
do a playthrough.
I lost interest in that.
We probably do a playthrough, me and Luis.
It's
Or
just
Eki.
it's not what Star Fox is. When I think of Star Fox, I think of the SNES one where you just fly the damn plane around.
Yeah, you
and
shoot shit.
things. Just keep it simple.
Yeah, how hard is that?
It worked great on the SNES. I do believe it worked great on the N64. Why change it?
Now we're telling Miyamoto how to do his job.
Sorry, dude, but
Yeah, because
you are getting older.
yeah, man, listen to us. Yeah, like he's listening to this.
So we told Microsoft what to do. We told Miyamoto. Anybody else that we should be telling? Apple.
Let's tell Kanye West to stop naming kids.
Oh, dude. Fuck the kid. Do you see that Kanye West T-shirt?
Oh yeah, dude, was it like
Oh,
120?
it looks like the one Victorino is wearing right now, which is just a regular white, 100% cotton T-shirt. Now he's dying here.
Oh man, yeah, I saw that in
Like
20 bucks,
120 bucks.
but it's Egyptian cotton.
Yeah, I don't give a shit where they get the cotton from.
It is just like a white. Oh my goodness, am I gonna get laid with that shirt?
And the thing is, it got sold out. So I don't know if they only had like 10 in there or what, but it's like,
Maybe
honestly, what the hell's wrong with people? There's gonna be, I don't want to sound racist or anything, but I'm gonna guess that Kanye West is not very popular with the upper middle class or high class community. So I'm like, there's gonna be a lot of people around where I live stealing and doing shit just to buy that damn shirt.
Oh man, it's ridiculous. Like really, why would you want to buy a shirt like that?
There's
Like,
absolutely, it doesn't even say Kanye anywhere. It's just a plain plain white. I do believe they have a black one. Shirt, T-shirt. There's nothing. I mean, if you put it next to a regular Hanes or the Fruit of the Loom T-shirt, you're not gonna see the difference. They do say if it's a looser fit, which to me just means that
buy a bigger size.
exactly. It must be like the large is really a net sell, or I don't know.
It does seem like long, like pajamas. Maybe those are good pajamas.
Good pajamas.
For your girlfriend, like, hey, here's $120 pajamas that you can wear.
I don't know. I'm saying like, does it come with like a coupon for like
No, it's just a shirt. I
for
don't
like a Chicago hot dog since he's from Chicago or something?
I'm like, a friend of mine was actually having an argument with somebody on Reddit about this because this guy was like, oh, well, it's a fashion statement. Like, how is it a fashion statement? It's a white T-shirt. I just don't get it. Like, first of all, I have a difficult time with people who buy a brand name just for status symbol. I can understand when people buy something more expensive because it is better quality. When people buy something that's more expensive just for the brand name, it kind of bothers me. But at least usually that brand name does have a certain style to it. Not this one. This is just a white T-shirt.
Yeah, at least the Beats by Dre have like a nice construction to it.
Correct. They're pretty.
Yeah.
And colorful.
and they look
Bright
like
colors.
like especially the more expensive ones that
They
they're like
are-
the steel or the aluminum
Yeah,
ones.
They are simplistic. Look at Apple. Most of their stuff is very simplistic, but it's got that Apple look to it. So people who are all like, I'm not a big fan of people who are like, oh, I'm gonna buy an Apple because I think they look nicer. To me, it's about what they can do, and I've always been a believer that whatever I can do on an Apple, I can probably do on a regular PC. That will cost me a lot less. But I can almost understand people who decide they want the
Almost.
Apple. Yeah, the people who decide they want the Apple because it looks the way they want it to look.
Like for example, when the MacBook Air first came out, you're like, yeah, because it's like real nice and thin, and no other one was, and kind of like I don't know if we brought it up ever in a podcast, but the whole thing how Apple was always like the first one to try something, like with the
Correct.
tablets and all that. The MacBook Air, like why didn't other people like look at Apple and wait till they do something and then they try to.
Correct.
I mean, of course, Apple takes ideas from other people. I'm not saying that they're all original, but they took that initiative, to do something.
Yeah, they usually do take the initiative, and they're obviously doing very well. But again, at least Apple things look Apple-ish.
And to tie it all together, did you hear that Kanye West says that he is to I don't know to fashion he is to fashion as Steve Jobs was to like technology.
What?
I'm like, come on, like really? You're gonna compare yourself to Steve Jobs? Like you're not even.
Well, for me, it's messed up in a few ways because first of all, Kanye, you're an idiot.
He's not even on the same level as Jay-Z.
I don't know.
Second, I'm not a big fan. If you haven't been able to tell, I'm not a big fan of Steve Jobs. I never was. I do believe that the guy was a very smart businessman, but I don't think he was as great as a lot of people seem to think he was. So to say I'm to fashion what Steve Jobs was, I'm like, okay, dude, whatever. That means nothing to me.
I mean, but at least Steve Jobs had that respect from people.
Yeah,
Like Kanye West,
too
he
much.
is
Whatever.
but at least like at least Kanye West, he just like says whatever he wants. He doesn't think. He's like Microsoft. He doesn't think before he does something, and then he gets backlash, and then he wonders why people hate him. Like
At least Microsoft has been learning to to change their ways a little bit. Kanye, he just thinks it's okay to name your son Northwest.
North. Oh,
Northwest.
West is
north, south, east, south.
north.
But man, we gave Kanye West too much time on this.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Steve Jobs,
It's been a slow
I guess he is the Steve Jobs. He's getting us to talk on
you
technique.
don't watch that Steve Jobs movie starring Esther Kutcher?
No.
Whatever that guy name.
No, I'm probably
Whatever did happen to that? Did they ever make that?
They're
I think
almost
I think
done.
they showed it at like at
trailer.
a film festival or something, like part of it. I don't know if they showed the whole thing, but some people I heard that it was like extremely boring. I don't know. You can
Alright.
you can think whatever that means, whatever they mean by boring. So that's not what I said. That's just what
Was it just Steve Jobs being a jackass to his employees?
you're sitting on the couch like
But I did
twiddling his
I did enjoy
fingers.
that Syndicate Valley movie or documentary.
Oh, what was it called?
Silicon Valley.
Knights of Silicon Valley.
Silicon Valley.
Yeah, that was
That was pretty good. I don't know how accurate it
Yeah.
was, but it was pretty. It was definitely a very good movie.
yeah, it was.
All right, now it's pretty obvious that we were busy this week and we couldn't look for much news.
Yeah, and I don't even.
Because we're missing E3, dude. No, not E3.
Comic Con.
Comic Con.
Comic Con. Oh yeah.
San Diego Comic Con. I wish I was there.
They're coming to Chicago, no? But it's not. It's not. But obviously, it's not gonna be.
It's
Probably
not gonna be the San Diego Comic Con.
Yeah, it's not gonna be.
But we do
It's gonna have CM Punk.
CM Punk, the Seal, Dolph Ziggler,
And people are like, who cares?
And the Ninja Turtles.
Although also,
and Stan Lee.
oh yeah, Stanley's gonna be there, so we can tell
And
him
the
to.
guy from The Walking Dead, that redneck arrow guy.
The redneck. There's Redneck 1 and there's Redneck 2.
The one that's starting that game.
So one more news is that I was reading here that Pokemon. I'm a big Pokemon fan.
Used to.
I just lost a little bit of respect for you, but go ahead.
But they're gonna do a crossover.
With the Ninja Turtles.
It's a surprise. Who do you wish? Since Victorino also likes Pokemon, who do you wish they do a crossover with? I choose Digimon.
That's competition right there in the 90s.
Okay, Javier just left.
Yeah, he went to the back.
He just left. He's like, fuck this shit.
We just left.
I mean, stuff. Stuff. Shit. Stuff just he came back because I said the wrong name. So who do you want to do the crossover with? Who would you prefer? Like Monster Ranchers?
Well, I never got that deal, that show.
I would like to see them cross over with Captain Planet.
Yeah, because it has fire, ice, wind, heart.
Heart.
The fuck is heart? Heart.
No.
Well, they had to give it to the Indian guy, the heart power, because they're so lovable.
I'll say.
Yeah, where is it? I want a live action Captain Planet movie.
Oh god. Wasn't there a parody somewhere out there that was like that?
I think that probably by College Humor or something like that.
Yeah.
Or Dora la Exploradora
That was a good one, actually.
parody.
I would have watched more of that. It was fun.
We did it. Okay.
Okay. Well, yeah, tell me
Nothing.
about the Pokemon crossover.
No, I'm just asking you. It's a surprise, so it's not
Exactly.
because they did one when
Just wondering which one you would like.
I'll train card game.
because they did one previously if this loads up. They did one previously where they did they did one with teamed up with Koi Tactics series. I don't know what the hell that is. In Pokemon Conquest. That was a crossover, basically.
RPG.
Yeah, so if there's like a surprise, maybe they do a surprise thing
Gonna
with
be Pokemon with the Mario crew.
Yep.
Pokemon with the Mario crew. I thought you were rapping.
Oh no! I'm just saying.
That'll be cool. A bunch of Koopas.
I'm still waiting for a game where all Nintendo characters are in one game.
Super Smash
Yeah,
Brothers.
I was gonna say Smash Brothers or
Exactly.
the Mario Kart.
But I would like
all the Nintendo
like the
characters.
what's it called?
Okay.
What's the Final Fantasy one with Disney characters? Kingdom Hearts. Something like that, like an RPG where you just like
with all Nintendo characters.
Just an open world Nintendo.
yeah.
Where you have
Like the Mushroom Kingdom is right next to the Metroid's
Metroid's World and
Next to
Hyrule.
yeah, right, yeah, exactly. Mushroom Kingdom is like right next to Hyrule. Like we never
And
knew.
right next to it is Dreamland.
You mean there's Dreamland,
And then there's wherever
Yoshi Island somewhere in there.
Then there's wherever the fuck that Wii Fit girl lives in.
Minnesota.
If she's fit, it's not from Minnesota.
Yeah, it's probably from like
California, Florida.
San Francisco or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Miami.
All right, now this is sad. We really should just
Yeah,
end the podcast. Today.
get some coffee or something.
Ooh, coffee sounds good.
Yeah, we should get some coffee. All right. Well, this is the end of podcast.
You really want coffee? Because I'll make some.
I'll tear
right.
some coffee up.
All right, guys.
We should probably had coffee before the podcast.
And
But-
some,
I don't care. I'll have 11 p.m. coffee. That's good.
All right. So I guess from Ekis,
Stuff.
and Victorino.
this is the end of episode 8. Thank you for joining us, and we hope you have a nice rest of your days.
See you in episode 9.
Episode 9.
All right.
Bye.
Good night. Love you.